Hey, I'm Barak. I like making stuff and talking about making stuff. So I'm in the middle of making this weird project. I want to make a painting that moves. So in the last video, I built up a little prototype out of foam board and cardboard. You just need a painting with holes, and then on the back you can rotate it. Now this is sloppy and janky, and I hate it. That was a comedy bit I wish I hadn't have done. Now we have to take that and build it nice. And I want to show you how I made it. If you're in the middle of your own project, no matter what it is, like school, work, art, you have to go through the same creative process. You come up with the idea, you put it on its feet and see if it works, which it kind of did, and now I want to take it to the next step. There are two big problems I had that turned into two big breakthroughs, and I want to talk about those. It was cool. I'm excited about what happened. I wanted to laser cut this thing. So the first thing I did, I got on Illustrator and made the shape I want. And then you upload it. I got a Glowforge. Yeah, there it is. It sits in my bedroom. You got to vent it outside because it just shoots a laser into whatever you're working with. So I'm cutting out these really simple shapes, which gave me this. So I'm putting it all into place, and I realized this is the first problem. That circle needs to come out, and you need to be able to like touch it and press it so that you can turn it. But it's jammed right up against the frame. I did not know how to solve this problem. I FaceTimed my friend Mark, who makes a bunch of cool shit, and I just ran through the problem with him. There's all these layers. So what's normally in a painting is this one, this one, this one, and this one, and they all tie together, right? Okay, here's two problems. I need to get this wheel sticking out of the side here, but there's frame here.
So you could cut out the back of the frame, but not the front of the frame. So it has. You could do that. You could do that with your X-Acto knife and patience. Just cut it out.
Is that it?
Like if you had your.
I have a router. Could I use that? A router?
You have a router? Yeah.
Okay, then this was really easy. I guess I didn't need you.
Yeah, you can, if you're careful and your workpiece is held still, you can freehand that thing.
Cool.
So you just set your depth so that it won't come through the front. So then basically when you look at it from the front, you see a full frame, but if you look at it from the back, it's recessed. And then it's like that.
Ooh, good graph.
That's like the back.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't realize that. I was trying to make this so much more complicated. Okay, I can figure that out from here. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
If you're stuck in a project, talk to a friend about it. Don't just talk to any friend, because most friends don't care about your art projects. Even if they like you and they like the stuff you make, it does not mean that translate into them having an honest to God interest in your art. If you're making things, look for other friends who make things. Mark is great at woodworking, and he made like these amazing speakers that look like they're straight from the 70s, speaker stands, and there's racks for records on them, which I think he should make a bunch and sell. It's like this amazing thing. So I went to him with this problem, and within moments, the idea presented itself. A router. I own a router. Why don't I use a router? Luckily, YouTube exists. So I clicked on a random link and I watched the most wonderful intro to a router thing.
The router before. It looks kind of scary. Well, today we're going to show you how simple it can be.
Oh my God, yeah. I only watched about 20 seconds of the video, but it just kind of showed me like, oh, that's simple, I can do that. And I did it. I did the router. I didn't have a guide, so it was pretty sloppy. So I just got a sander and sanded it down. And then it worked perfect. I got it on there perfect. I was stoked. Until
I made it, but it doesn't work. It doesn't rotate. This is too tight here. The project doesn't work. Ugh.
this is the point of the video I'm excited to show you. It is me losing all joy in the process.
I have to push here, I think. I have to figure out some kind of way to take the pressure off of this circle so it can turn freely.
Every single art project you do, if it's challenging and interesting, I mean, your project will get broken 100 times, and you feel like the dumbest artist or maker on earth.
Oh, I don't know how the hell to do that. Just, why won't this work?
So I kept turning it off, disgusted, like, I'll do this later. But luckily I stuck with it because I was making these videos and I had to. So I thought about it.
Maybe the problem is that this is wood and there's a lot of friction.
That's my first realization. Oh, I might be using the wrong material.
Maybe if I cut this out of acrylic, it'll turn much smoother. Make this part thinner than this.
This is my favorite part of the video. So I've made a disc. I need to make it out of like plastic or something smoother, and it's got to be a little thinner than this. I'm just gonna leave like 15 seconds of me thinking. See if you can come to the same conclusion I come to.
It just occurred to me I'm trying to invent a record. It works!
That moment brought me so much joy. It's an obvious answer to a dilemma. That aha moment where something clicks in your brain and then you're like, oh, that meets this need. And oh my God, it meets this need. I didn't know that was connected. And it like overall increases the whole thing. Like, holy shit. Like, that made me feel so good. I called my buddy up and told him like, it was a record. I talked for like 20 minutes.
This is great for two reasons. One, like a record makes it infinitely cooler, and which was a pleasant surprise. And two is I get to trash a Steely Dan album.
If we want to become people who make cool shit and just make more things, we gotta weaponize that aha moment. You can feel that 100 times a day. If you have time to think through things and daydream about whatever you're making, if you can make your mind subtly work on projects as a way to kill time, you will constantly be feeling that aha feeling through your day. It's cool, man. That fires so many chemicals off in your head. It's like when you get done jogging and you feel good, but you get to do this without jogging. No matter how frustrated you are in an art project, you're at any given moment, you're 30 seconds from going, oh yeah, and then being right back on it. Don't give up thinking about it. Or do, I don't know, I'm not your God. The next step of this that I'm thinking about here is just going like, exactly what, now I know this works. Now I know I can do this 100%. Now I have to elevate the idea even more because the painting comes. And there's so many different ways I could take this. The longer I thought about it, I was like, I can do it this way. Holy shit, I can do it this way. Oh my God, I could do that. I could make windows and like, there's light popping on and off behind. Yeah, so that's next week. Hey, thanks so much for watching this. if you like making stuff, or if this is enjoyable, consider subscribing and come back, because there's going to be a lot more videos. And if you have ideas for how I can improve this process even further, God, please put it in the comments. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Barak Hardley, and man, I sincerely hope we all get a little more excited to make cool stuff. Anyways, Steely Dan sucks. Oh shit.